In the following videos, I walk through 4 different types of protein, 2 of which are plant-based, 2 of which are animal-based. The things I like to look for are ingredients, because for my whey-based proteins, I like to look for things that are grass-fed. Plant-based, I like to look at carb count for sure, and minimal ingredients for both. So in one of the animal-based ones, which is a whey-based from Alani, I used to consume every single day. I've gravitated away from that. I'll dive into the ingredients in that specific video, but there are a ton of dyes, and it's also not grass-fed whey, which I don't love. But with the Equip Foods, I've been liking that one. I don't necessarily love the flavor of it, but I do like that it's extremely minimal ingredients and it's grass-fed whey. As far as the 2 plant-based, usually if it's a plant-based protein, it tends to have a higher carb count. But one of the Truvani, which is the one that I use in here, I found at Sprouts, and it only has 5 ingredients, super straightforward, one of which is pumpkin seed, which I love because it's also an amazing source of omega-3 fatty acids, which we like to have that nice balance. It got randomly cold all of a sudden, so I tossed on a jacket. But I do want to caveat, these are not necessarily proteins that I use every day. I have been experimenting with reducing my dairy intake. So those are just 4 that I have on deck. Usually I always am eating the whey-based Earth-Fed Muscle or FlavCity. So those are my usual go-to whey-based ones. But lately the Truvani from Sprouts has been my favorite plant-based. Proteins I have, just so you guys can see the difference of ingredients. So these 2 are plant-based. These are going to be animal-based. Alani is one that I have gravitated away from, just so we can look at some of the ingredients. It is whey protein, which I usually do like. The 3rd most abundant ingredient are natural and artificial flavors. We then go into all of these items that I honestly don't even know what these are. Digestime, protease, amylase, lactase, lipase, cellulase, those are all digestive enzymes. So they're not necessarily bad, but I just don't know what any of the things listed before them are. So like how an ingredient label works, which many of you know, is the most abundant ingredient is going to be listed first, and the least abundant ingredient is going to be listed last. So the fact that those are all listed, like all of these dyes are listed prior to that digestime mix, is a little bit sus to me. Okay, next up, Equip. I just got this one. This is a grass-fed beef isolate powder. So it's going to be gluten, dairy, whey, soy, antibiotics, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be free from all of those. If we look at the ingredients here, it's grass-fed protein, organic coconut cream powder, organic natural flavor, and stevia. While I won't lie, I don't necessarily love the flavor of this. I love the ingredients and the fact that it is gluten, dairy, whey, and soy free. So it's similar to collagen in that now these 2 suckers, these are plant-based. So I, to be honest, usually don't dive into plant proteins because they tend to be really chalky, and I really don't like that. But the ingredients on this one, it's organic pea protein, organic cacao, organic milk powder, vanilla bean powder, organic ashwagandha root powder. You can see here, these are all, that's super, super awesome. And something also that I like to know about plant-based proteins is because they're plant-based, which means it's usually like pea, bean, some sort of carb, is that the carbs are going to be a little bit heftier. So this one has 12 grams of carbs as opposed to a animal-based one, which is going to usually be between like maybe 0 to 3 carbs. I also, to be honest, love the taste of this guy. I found this one at Sprouts. It's going to be organic pea protein, organic vanilla powder, pumpkin seed, which I'm absolutely obsessed with, and it's also a great source of omega-3s, and then monk fruit extract and chia seed protein,